Custom agents need a warrant to search your phone now. A federal judge ruled that warrantless phone searches at ports of entry violate the Fourth Amendment. And I'm not sure, let me know in the comments for those of you Americans, does the Fourth Amendment apply to everyone that's in the United States or just to American citizens? Let me know. Let's get into this and let's talk about it because I have a story to share. Before we do get into it though, go check the links down below for some really cool sweet deals. If you want to improve your whole health as a whole and your mental health, check out Seed Probiotic Prebiotic Symbiotic down below in the video description. Use my link to get some money off your order. It's really cool. It's a probiotic you take once a day. It improves your health. Like I said, your gut health leads to health benefits across the board, including mental health. It's really, really good. Gut health is super important. And if you want to get $10 off your Instacart and get your groceries delivered to your door hassle-free, use my link down below and get $10 off your first Instacart. Who doesn't like free money? Anyhow, custom agents need a warrant to search your phone now. Now, I've got a little funny story. When I came to the US for the first time, it was the first time I'd basically traveled anywhere on my own. I basically got my passport, applied for some sort of thing from Homeland Security so I can just visit the US. And when I visited the US for the first time, I got asked a lot of questions because you're obviously coming in to the country for the first time. You don't have any history in your passport. You haven't traveled anywhere else outside the country. I mean, I did travel to Greece and within Europe years ago when I was a kid, but that was about it. So obviously they're very curious as to why you're coming into the country, which technically is a good thing, right? Especially with the border crisis going on down south. People are just coming in willy-nilly. But at the borders, at airports, they take that very seriously. And when I came in the first time, got asked a bunch of questions. Why are you here? How long are you staying here? Blah, 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 blah. And then I got pulled into a back room. And I felt like an absolute criminal. It was scary as hell the first time I came here. And they were like, give us your phone. And I'm like, my phone? We want to search your phone. Yes. Give us your phone. Both your phones. Unlock the phone for me so we could look through it. And I was like, I've got embarrassing stuff on my phone. Photos, messages with friends and family. But I had to do it. And it's, it's either that or you get deported back out, right? So I had to do that. So it's looking like custom agents need a warrant now to search your phone. So that is now a thing. I don't know if it applies to American citizens only, which I don't know why they'd be searching an American citizen's phone anyway. I'm assuming this just means for everyone. I'm sure, does the Constitution cover just everyone that's in the United States, whether they're a citizen or not? A federal judge in New York ruled that Customs and Border Protection, CBP, can't search travelers' phones without a warrant. So I guess that does apply for everyone. So basically, if I traveled now, they wouldn't be able to take my phone off and search it. It did feel like a violation of privacy, but when you're in someone else's country at the time, obviously you just have to go with it. It does feel very invasive, though. I mean, you could be a nudist who likes taking nude photos of yourself. It having when you're sitting there watching the border officer going through your phone, looking through your photos, looking through your messages and stuff, it does feel very invasive. We're not going to get into politics or get into whether it's right or wrong here in the video, but we're just going to talk about it and obviously what's happened. The ruling theoretically applies to land borders, seaports and airports, but in practice it only applies to New York's Eastern District. So it only applies to New York's Eastern District. Yeah, it does apply to land borders, seaports and airports. So that's nothing though. Since the district includes John F. Kennedy Airport in Queens, the 6th busiest airport in the country nationwide, CBP has conducted more than 230,000 searches of electronic devices between 2018 and 2023 fiscal years at land borders. That's a lot of searches on phones, right? According to its publicly available enforcement statistics. I mean, the ruling stems from a criminal case against Kurbonali Sultanov, a naturalized US citizen from Uzbekistan, who was ordered to hand his phone over to CBP after his name triggered an alert on the Treasury Enforcement Communication System identifying Sultanov as a potential purchaser or possessor of... Okay. Right, who said the agent said he had no choice but to unlock his phone, handed it over, and was then questioned by officers with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Homeland Security Investigations HSI unit. The HSI agents read Sultanov his Miranda rights, which he said he understood 50-50 before questioning him. Government investigators later obtained a warrant for the phone CBP had searched at the airport, as well as another phone Sultanov had in his possession when he entered the country. During his criminal trial, Sultanov filed a motion to suppress the evidence that had been obtained from his phones, arguing the initial search of his phone was illegal illegal under the Fourth Amendment. The judge, Nina R. Morrison of New York's Eastern District, denied Soltonov's motion to suppress the evidence, saying the second forensic search of his phones was conducted in good faith and pursuant to a warrant. But Morrison ruled in favor of Soltonov on Fourth Amendment grounds, finding that the initial search of his phone was unconstitutional. In 2021, a U.S. appeals court ruled that CBP agents can search travelers' phones and other devices without a warrant and without reasonable suspicion. I mean, come on, that is a little bit crazy, overturning an earlier ruling that held that warrantless, suspicionless searches violate the Fourth Amendment. Morrison cites the judge's ruling in that case. So yeah, it's basically. I feel like a lot of these things are government overreach. Unless someone's like a convicted criminal, unless they have a lot of evidence that warrants something like this, I don't think it's right. They shouldn't just be grabbing people's phones saying, hey, give me your phone. Where does it end? Are American citizens going to have to go through this as well? Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, it's just crazy. I think government overreach is a serious thing. Nobody wants the government knowing all your private details without any sort of suspicion or without any evidence, you know, that requires them to look at your stuff. I just think it's overreach, in my opinion. But obviously, if you're not a citizen coming in, you know, and they do have some suspicions, you know, and have a reasonable suspicion that there could be stuff that could impact you coming into the country, I think maybe it's an alright, good thing. But obviously, where does it end? You know, are the police at the end of the day going to be able to just grab your phone warrantless without any reasonable suspicion and just be like, I want to look through your messages and photos to make sure you did nothing wrong? I think it's a little bit crazy. But anyways, yeah, they've ruled that they can no longer do it, at least in New York, and probably soon across the entire country, which would be crazy. Anyhow, let me know what you think in the comments. It's not so much a really tech news video, it's just a video talking about this because it is a pretty big deal. It was covered on The Verge. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Should custom agents need a warrant to search your phone, whether you're a citizen, a visitor to the country, without any evidence or reasonable suspicion? Should he just be able to browse through your entire phone? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, I'm Least OK. Hit like, subscribe, click the bell icon. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.